My wife had her wild phase before me, and now that I'm finally thriving, I feel like I missed out. Am I wrong for feeling this way? I've been married to my wife for 5 years, together for 8, and we have 2 beautiful children. She's been my first everything, my first girlfriend, my first real relationship, my first in every sense. I didn't really date in high school or college because, honestly, I didn't take care of myself. I lacked confidence and didn't feel attractive, so I stayed focused on other things. My wife, on the other hand, had a more typical college experience. She had a few relationships and had her phase as she was extremely attractive. She even did stuff with 2 guys at the same time. She was upfront about it when we started dating, and it never bothered me, although I tried to not think about it too much. Now here's the thing. Over the years, she's become quite reserved when it comes to intimacy. She says she had her wild side during college, and now that she's done with that phase, she prefers a more traditional approach to intimacy. She says she's tried everything she wanted to and knows what enjoys and what she doesn't enjoy in the bedroom. And she wants to build intimacy on love, not wild lust. And I completely respect that. I'm not trying to do something which doesn't excite her in the bedroom. But lately, I've changed. I'm in the best shape of my life, physically, mentally, emotionally. Even my family and friends are kind of shocked with how I look now. My wife loves the new me and says she finds me more attractive than ever. But to be blunt, I don't care that my wife finds me attractive because I know I look good now, and it's not like her finding me more attractive will change anything in the bedroom department. My hormones right now are all over the place, and I can't help but feel like I miss my chance to experience that same fun side of life. I never had the exploration, the experimentation, the freedom. Now that I finally feel great about myself, that door seems closed. I brought up with my sister, we're close, and she was surprisingly blunt. She said it's unfair that my wife got to have those experiences and now expects me to settle for less than what she once enjoyed. That hit me harder than I expected. But my sister also loves me to death and said some crazy stuff like I deserve to have an experience with at least one other woman in my life, else I'll keep resenting my wife. I love my wife. I don't want to hurt her. I'm not thinking of cheating or anything like that. But I do feel stuck between respecting her boundaries and acknowledging my own desires that never had a chance to exist. Am I wrong for feeling this way? Has anyone else been in this situation? How did you cope? Update. I 34 have never felt attraction to women my whole life and fallen for my 34 FBFF. Obligatory English is my first language, and I just suck at putting words down. So I mustered up the courage and followed the advice of another you/nanachan_ and said this word for word in the text of what they said. Hey, lately I've been really thinking about my relationships and sexuality. And I've been thinking that maybe my orientation is more fluid lately than I've ever felt. It's a bit overwhelming, and I wanted to hear your thoughts about it, because I really value your input. An hour later, she said, can we talk in person? I asked if she wanted to go to Coney Island. We used to go and sit on the beach in our early 20s. We started to walk along the beach, and I explained that I have recently caught feelings and that have never felt an attraction to women, and it was never a trick to her or a lie over the years, and I feel confused and I start breaking down. She holds my hand and tells me to let it out and that it's okay. She sits down and tells me more about her divorce. Her ex-husband lost attraction to her. She never was one for makeup, liked to dress up, but would rather wear jeans and a hoodie. No hair dye, Botox, treatment, or anything. He would make these remarks and say he was embarrassed to bring her to his work gatherings. He works in the government. When all these people with high salaries lived luxury and had these wives with plastic surgery, etc., and she was no longer enough, so he wanted a divorce. I told her I always thought she was everything even before my attraction. She said what's changed, and I said about noticing how beautiful she is, always said how intelligent and wonderful and kind she's always been. Everything he doesn't like I love. She was silent for what felt like forever and confessed she had a crush on me when we were 16 to 18, and everyone knew except me. I didn't go to prom when she asked me, and she took it as if this will never happen and moved on. I asked where to go from her. I said we didn't say I love you yesterday, and said right there it is not the same love as before, and I didn't want to lie. Well, she's known my dumbass so long she can tell when I'm hiding something, and she looked at me. I have a tell, and put her hand on my wrist and asked if I was serious and not just by curious. I said I was super serial, and she laughed, said she's been going to therapy and not told anyone. She loves me too in a romantic way, since even before the full divorce, but needed time. Her therapist said she might be using me as a rebound because of the divorce and shouldn't rush into a replacement. I said, by why both of us now, and she didn't know. She's always found me attractive and random points in her life, but just did nothing about it. As we walked, I just pulled her in and said, I don't think I could ever be without you, honestly. I think about you all the time and kind of always have. She said she felt the same, but needed to know what she was doing and feeling wasn't because of loneliness and that it was okay and happy, she told me. We parted, and she said she'd call me and speak to me Monday, and we shouldn't speak Sunday. It's currently 1:30 a.m., and I'm still in Coney Island and been sitting in my car in the Home Depot parking lot for 3 hours. I don't have a definite answer and don't know what to do. Edit. Comments were way nicer and accepting on my original post, and am getting nasty DMS from this one.